Hello everyone. Today I have an 18-volt PROCRAFT PMT22 oscillating cutter on my desk. I'll tell you what it is, show you how it works, and we'll figure out what it's for and whether it's worth considering. As usual, with Chinese products, you can ignore the brand. They come in any color with any sticker.
Even try it. Why did I choose this one?
Over the past 10 years, all my attempts at using different renovators ended with me throwing them right in the middle of the process.
It rattles my hands like a sausage and the performance is terrible. And this one has an anti-vibration system with 3 springs. It runs on a Makita battery. The quick release is convenient and doesn't require any pins. And it's inexpensive. Why not give it a try? Package contents and specifications. Solo versions. This is the renovator itself, a delta base plate and 2 sandpapers for it. A saw blade and a scraper. The base plate is decent, but the blade and scraper are terrible. Specifications. The oscillation angle, or rather the amplitude of these oscillations, is 3.6 degrees. The oscillation rate ranges from 5 to 19,000 per minute. The clicking wheel is useful for those who care. There's a backlight. Dust extraction is not provided. The electronics include a brushless motor, a soft start, and a brake. Dimensions and ergonomics. It's 30 cent long and weighs under a kilogram, including their grips. Overall, it fits well in the hand. Everything is rubberized as it should. The button is easy to click. The adjustment wheel is also easy to reach. The small battery pack has decent markings. If it were a little thicker, I'd call it a log, but otherwise, it's pretty good. What kind of attachment does it come with? It uses an OQIS mounting clamp. It can also be called a universal clamp. Some people use an OIC clamp and make a cut. Since it has a quick release connection, you can't use an adapter for other mountings. I'll probably cover all these mountings, adapters, and consumables in the next video so as not to drag this out. Subscribe so you don't miss it. How does it work? So, compare a cheap corded onesie cuts briskly and doesn't make your hand twitch too much. It cuts various plastics well, as well as wood materials like laminated chipboard and plywood, and hardwoods like ash beech and so on. It handles softwood well, but it's not the same. This machine is generally not designed for soft materials. As for protruding fasteners, there are plenty of videos on YouTube of nails being cut. So here are some conformant screws protruding from LDSP. I read on a forum about a guy happily cutting off protruding screws with one, and I decided to give it a try. Well, I had to. I don't know what kind of screws he had, but where I live, screws are a pain in the ass, especially the ones with a drill bit. And a regular metal cutting blade would buzz, creak, and peel off. And in general, I don't really like working with a multi-tool on metal. It's noisy, time-consuming, expensive, and the non-ferrous metal tubes and cut off faster with a hacksaw are okay. And working with steel is just occasional trimming, nothing more. But plastics and wood materials, they're great. And now you're talking about drywall. Sanding. If you don't need a vibratory or delta sander around the house, then this is just what you need for occasional jobs. It is much easier for renovators to get into awkward places. Its performance actually surprised me. It sands quite briskly. There is significantly less vibration than with most surface grinders I've used. But I still wouldn't recommend using it for long without anti-vibration gloves. You won't be buying new joints. Over time, I'll buy more attachments, and it will be a truly universal sander to complement my orbital sander. There's a link to a playlist with 2 reviews in the description, but more on that another time. The scraper is complete crap. To scrape off old paint from a concrete wall, you have to press down like crazy. and it's not very productive. A scraper or even an axe would be faster and easier. I don't even want to talk about wood and metal. It's a bummer. It's not a tool for removing varnish or rust. I don't agree with that. It's more of a, well, extra tool. I don't know, maybe I could attach a knife to it. You know what?
A key, a knife. A key, a knife. Practical and safe.
Overall, I think this is a tool for cutting and grinding medium and high density materials. Surprisingly, I never use it. Obviously, if you only need to find some towels every couple of years, you can get by just fine without it. As for the battery, I didn't see any point in using a battery bigger than a 2. It doesn't get any more power with a 6, and the battery drain is low. After all, the CNC motor does its job. So strengths and weaknesses. Pros. Value for money. For the money, it's a really great tool. All the electronic bells and whistles are there. A convenient quick release mechanism. I think only the 356 DeWalt is better. And a well-functioning anti-vibration system. The sound works. This is the quietest renovator I've ever used. Obviously, if you're using it to cut metal, it'll make a fair amount of noise, but the tool itself is very quiet. Cons. I couldn't think of anything particularly serious. Well, maybe the handle is a bit thick. And I didn't like the lack of spare parts for this particular model. There are plenty of parts for other PROCRAFT tools on the marketplace. If the motor fails here, I'm not quite sure where to find one. A few nuances. There are 2 holes on the bottom of the bocce with M5 insert nuts inside. If you want to attach some kind of pipe or handle here, don't screw anything too deep, because when you turn it on, the screws will hit the eccentric mechanism housing, and you'll simply ruin the tool far too well. And some people might be initially put off by the tool's head, which wobbles back and forth. Bottom line, I liked this thing. If you want to give it a try, whether you need it or not, this is the best one, and it's inexpensive. And got tough. Well, that's about it. Subscribe. Good luck to everyone.
If anything, you know where to find me.
Why not Makita? Yes, it's simple, really. They have 3 renovators on the LXT platform, 2 of which are very old GEs, and one is the most sophisticated, huge, heavy one, costing over $200. So, and on top of that, when changing accessories, you have to take out and insert a pin, which is somehow, well, not ready yet.